How many are doing tongue trill? How many are doing lip buzz? Anybody doing the raspberry? This one? It doesn't matter which one you do. But you could, some people literally cannot do the tongue trill, it's like a genetic thing, like rolling your tongue. So don't worry about it if you can't do it. But feel free to try, if you've been doing one of them for a while, feel free to try one of the others and see if you can sort of get better at one of the other ones. Nice and light. NG. Let's try repeating the top note like this. So if there's any kind of dysfunction or weakness in the muscles that cause the cords to open and close, that will kind of expose that weakness, but it's also the exercise that can strengthen that weakness. So it's called a restart or just a repeat. It's forcing the cords to open and close at different notes throughout our range, so it can expose some areas of weakness. From my voice, it's the notes kind of leading up to my big break at around F. The notes just underneath that are notes where this one is hard for me. Etc. Let's do glissandos. Let's try it on different vowels and see if you experience anything better or worse on a different vowel. Let's try it on E. E. Now O. Oh. What's the next one? Ah. Oh. Do we do them all? A. So my voice doesn't work as well on some of the other vowels. It works well on oo and E, but the more open I get, the harder that exercise is for me. So that's telling me something too about how the chords function, how my voice functions on different vowels. Let's try this one. Chest voice, head voice, chest voice, head voice. So it's going to be like a yodel. Ooh, 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 Let's try this. Let's try exercises that cover an octave. So we'll try mum 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 mum. Let's repeat the top note. Mum 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 mum. So I'm really trying not to carry my chest voice up at all. So when I get to the top note, I'm in either pure head voice or I'm in some kind of a mix, but not pushing chest voice up. That's not the point. Mum 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 I need to flip. Mum, 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 mum. So on. Hey, let's get started. Let's start with Big House. Here we go. Let's try it from the beginning, and then I will just stop, we'll stop and go back, and you can tell me what sections you're having a problem with. I want a big house, I want a big house. Here comes.
I want a big house, I want a big house. I want a big house, I want a big house. I want a big house, I want a big house. I want a big house, I want a big house. I want a big house. I want a big house with a big front door, wide enough to always fit one more. Where everybody's welcome, it's late when they leave, and if they walk in broke, well they walk out healed.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh, tell me about the kitchen in that house. I said ooh, tell me about the kitchen in that house. There's a big old table from wall to wall, with a seat for everybody, there's room for all. The poor and the shunned and the rich ones with me, believers and skeptics and those in between. There's laughter and crying and sharing of life, serving hope to the hopeless and offering light, a helping of love and a taste of truth when they come to the table with me and
Rest.
you. I want a big house with a big front door, wide enough to always fit one more. Where everybody's welcome, it's late when they leave, and if they walk in broke, well they walk out healed. Ooh, tell me about the outside of that house. I said ooh, tell me about the outside of that house. There's a big old yard with no fence and no wall, where all the kids are welcome, come one, come all. No matter their color or class or creed, they run, they play, they're hard,
2, 3.
they're seen. I want a big house with a big front door, wide enough to always fit one more. Where everybody's welcome, it's late when they leave, and if they walk in broke, well they walk out. I want a big house. 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 A big house. A big house. I want a big house. There is peace, there is love, there is joy in that house. There is peace, there is love, there is joy in that house. There is peace, there is love, there is joy in that house. There is peace, there is love, there is joy in that house. There is peace, there is love, there is joy in that house. Let's build a big house. Let's build a big house. I want a big house.
Great. Who's got a spot they want to work on?
The end of it is where I'm having trouble. I mean, the second half of it, when you get to the part where we're all or alternating with big house things. Let me see if I can find a measure. Well, what starts on the top of 16, sort of.
Okay. So here's a possible solution. Let's go bottom of 15, sopranos. Walk in broke while they walk out healed. 2, 3. So you could, if you need to, write the numbers 2, 3, and then write the numbers top of 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3. I want a big house. So is it the counting of rests that's problematic? Partly. So if it were me, I might need to write them in. All the rest, I might need to write 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and be counting those rests so I can. Let's try something. Let me park at bottom of 15, and we'll do it in layers. Let me park it at 83. Let me show you what I'm talking about. And I'm going to mute. I'm going to have just soprano for the moment. Let me see if I'm in the right spot. They walk, it broke, well, they walk out. Here goes sopranos. This is 83, bottom of 15, and then we're going to add the other parts kind of one at a time. They walk, it broke, well, they walk out here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I want a big house. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I want a big house, a big house. 4, 1, 2, 3. I want a big house, a big house. I want a big house, a big house. Is it just that section, or is it the section after that too? That's tricky. It's all of it. Does that help sopranos to hear it isolated like that? One more time, sopranos, and then we'll start adding in other parts. But in my mind, I have to count those in between spots. They walk, it broke, well, they walk out here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I want a big house. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I want a big house, a big house. 4, 1, 2, 3. I want a big house, a big house. I want a big house, a big house. Altos, let me hear you same spot by yourselves. Bottom of 15. They walk in broke, but they walk out. I want a big house. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want a big house. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want a big house. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want a big house. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want a big house. Now the alto part is easier because it's the same thing over and over again with the same amount of rests in between. The trick for altos is to keep track of how many or where you are. You got to keep your eyes in the right spot on the page. Let's try alto and soprano together. And I'm going to count the rests for sopranos. They walk, it broke, well, they walk out. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 1, 2, 3. I want a big house, a big house. I want a big house. I want a big house, a big house. I want a big house. 4, 1, 2, 3. There is peace, there is love, there is joy in that house. Let me ask this. Do any tenors and basses need this section? I'm getting thumbs up, visible thumbs up.
Yes,
I'm sorry?
yes.
Okay. What part is, I can't tell who's talking.
This is Barb, and I was just distracted with something, but whatever you're doing, just tell me where it is and I will plug in.
Okay, we're working at bottom of 15. I was just asking if tenors and basses need me to isolate their parts, or if they're feeling solid.
Never a bad idea.
Are you
Please,
a tenor or
please.
Okay,
Tenor and bass.
let's do tenor and bass then. Muting soprano and alto for the moment. This is bottom of 15.
They walk in broke while they walk out healed.
Oh, sorry. Tenor and bass.
They walk in broke while they walk out healed. I want a big house. 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 There is peace.
Helpful? Let's put all the parts back in and then see if any.
Paul,
Yes.
Paul, if you would do something for us non-readers that you did for the sopranos and altos, can you count out loud? I can't read the rest very easily because I don't know how to read music.
You bet.
You counted that out. Count it out for us, would you?
So here's just the tenor, starting bottom of 15 again. Here we go.
They walk in broke while they walk out healed.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1.
I want a big house, I want a big house.
4, 1.
I want a big house, I want a big house.
4, 1.
I want a big house, I want a big house.
4, 1.
I want a big house, I want a big house.
4, 1.
I want a big house.
Would it
Thank you.
be helpful for me to do that again? Okay, one more time for tenors, starting bottom of 15.
They walk in broke while they walk out healed.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1.
I want a big house, I want a big house.
4, 1.
I want a big house, I want a big house.
1.
I want a big house, I want a big house.
4, 1.
I want a big house, I want a big house.
4, 1.
I want a big house.
2, 3.
There is peace, there is love.
Helpful?
Yes.
Okay, one time now with everybody back in, and then people can tell me if anybody's struggling. This is bottom of 15. I think this is the trickiest part maybe in the song, or one of the tricky spots.
They walk in broke while they walk out healed. A big house. I want 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 a big house. There is peace, there is love, there is joy in that house. There is peace, there is love, there is joy in that house. There is peace, there is love, there is joy in that house. There is peace, there is love, there is joy in that house. There is peace, there is love, there is joy in that house. Let's build a big house.
So sopranos, how are you doing at top of 19, where your part kind of splits off and starts doing this thing? I want a big house, I want a big house, I want a big house, I want a big house. I think those are tricky notes, and also just knowing where it starts. Sopranos, are you feeling okay about that? Getting thumbs up. Okie doke. Any other spots on this song, or shall we move along? I'm not wanting to hurry you, but I'm not wanting to hang around if we're feeling solid on it.
Paul, are we going to get a soprano sax to wail on that top part?
I have no idea. I'm not, if it were up to me, yes, but I'm not the one managing the budget. So that would be awesome. I would think that would be a great addition. Okay, let's work on Bought Me a Cat. So the very first note that you sing, the length of that is going to be at the discretion of your conductor. What I've told my singers is it's going to be 2 beats. So it's going to be 1 and 2 and 1. I bought me a cat, 2 beats on the first note, but your director might make it 1 or 3 or something indeterminate. So whatever we work on in this rehearsal will be superseded by what your director at your choir chooses to do. So let me show you how it's lined up in this little rehearsal track. So on this rehearsal track, it's 4 because I had them sing along with a recording that I found on the web. So it's arbitrarily 4, doesn't mean it's going to be 4. Here we go. And a 1, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I bought me a cat, my cat pleased me. I fed my cat under yonder tree. My cat says fill I feed.
1 and 2.
I bought me a duck, my duck pleased me. I fed my duck under yonder tree. My duck says quack, quack.
1 and 2.
My cat says fill I feed.
1,
I bought me a goose, my goose pleased me. I fed my goose under yonder tree. My goose says quack, quack.
My duck says quack, quack.
1 and 2.
My cat says fill I feed.
And 2.
I bought me a hen, my hen pleased me. I fed my hen under yonder tree.
My hen says shimmy shake, shimmy shake. My goose says quack, quack. My duck says quack, quack.
1 and 2.
My cat says fill I feed. I bought me a pig, my pig pleased me. I fed my pig under yonder tree.
My pig says gravy, gravy.
My hen says shimmy shake, shimmy shake. My goose says quack, quack.
My duck says quack, quack.
1 and 2.
My cat says fill I feed. I bought me a cow, my cow pleased me. I fed my cow under yonder tree. My cow says baa, baa. My pig says gravy, gravy. My hen says shimmy shake, shimmy shake. My goose says quack, quack. My duck says quack, quack.
1 and 2.
My cat says fill I feed.
I bought me a horse, my horse pleased me. I fed my horse under yonder tree.
My horse says neigh, neigh. My cow says baa, baa. My pig says gravy, gravy. My hen says shimmy shake, shimmy shake. My goose says quack, quack. My duck says quack, quack.
1 and 2.
My cat says fill I feed. I bought me a wife, my wife pleased me. I fed my wife under yonder tree. My wife says honey, honey. My horse says neigh, neigh. The cow says baa, baa. My pig says gravy, gravy. My hen says shimmy shake, shimmy shake. The goose says caw, caw. My duck says quack, quack. My cat says fill I feed.
Okay. What spots in particular are you having trouble with? Do you feel like you're getting, some of you might be getting it already because we've been working on it for a minute. Full of little manholes to fall in. Tell me what you're particularly needing help with.
I'm needing help with the top of page 11 when the sopranos start going higher. And also 12.
Okay, let's do 11 and 12 for sopranos. Let's start with yonder tree. Sopranos right at top of 11. Ready and go. And yonder tree. Let me have you muted there. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
All right, here we go. 1 and 2 and yonder tree. My horse says neigh, neigh. My cow says baw, baw. My pig says griffy, griffy. My hen says shimmy shack, shimmy shack. My goose says quaw, quaw. My duck says quack, quack. Keep going. My cat says fiddle-I-fee. Here we go. I got me a wife, fed her under the tree. Let's just do that much again, sopranos. Starting top of 11. Ready and go. And yonder tree. My horse says neigh, neigh. My cow says baw, baw. My pig says griffy, griffy. My hen says shimmy shack, shimmy shack. My goose says quaw, quaw. My duck says quack, que. 1 and 2. My cat says fiddle-I-fee. And 2. I got me a wife, fed her under the tree. Did that help to do it slow like that and isolated? Any other spots that anybody else needs? Wow.
And out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. A wife. Measure bottom of page 12. I got me a wife. That wife is kind of shaky.
Okay. I got me a wife.
Okay. A wife.
That's it.
Okay.
Sounds like you're getting it.
Paul,
Yes.
Susan here. Could I hear the bottom of 13 where the sopranos, the Griffey is opposite of what we've been singing?
Okay. Let me see.
Thank you.
And see before that. Oh, before you've been going, Pig says Griffey, and then bottom of 13 it goes, Griffey. Yeah. Good luck with that. Let's go from My Horse Says Nay, soprano. This is last note, top of 13. Ready, go. My horse says nay, my cow says baw, my pig says Griffey. The other one is my pig says Griffey. A little bit of a change there. I don't know why he do that except just to make it varietal.
And the horse, it goes from a full octave to, it goes from, instead of the F, it's at the E.
Right.
That changes too, and so does the cow, I think.
Yeah.
Those, they change just a little bit. Not enough to make it really easy, but a little bit.
It's so sometimes for sopranos or tenors, it's horse says nay, octave, and sometimes it's horse says nay, major 7. I think major 7 is one of the hardest intervals to hear and to sing, especially if it's high. I see a request for the alto slower from Kathy. Kathy, is it a particular spot? Kathy. Oh, horse. What page, Kathy? Page 10. Here we go. Altos, page 10 at the bottom. I bought me a horse. 1, 2, 1. And I bought me a horse. My horse pleased me. I fed my horse under yonder tree. My horse says nay, my cow says baw, my pig says Griffey. One more time, altos, bottom of 10. 1, 2, 1. And I bought me a horse. My horse pleased me. Why does it come unmuted in the middle of a thing? I don't know why that happens. Here we go, altos. 2, 1. And I bought me a horse. My horse pleased me. I fed my horse under yonder tree. My horse says nay, my cow says baw, my pig says Griffey. Did that help, Kathy, doing it slow like that? And then I have another request. Basses, bottom of page 13 to the end, slow one time and then regular tempo, please. Okay, bottom of 13, basses. My horse says nay. Let's try that basses. So this is the last note, top of 13 for the basses. 1, 2, 3. My horse says nay, my cow says baw, my pig says Griffey. Griffy. 1, 2, 3. My goose says quaw, quaw. My duck says quack, quack. 1 and 2 and 3. My cat says fiddle-I-fee. Let's try it at regular tempo now. Last note, top of 13 basses. It's coming out of the slow section. Wife says honey, honey. 3 and 4. My horse says neigh, neigh. My cow says baw, baw. My pig says griffy, griffy. 1 and 2 and 3. My goose says quaw, quaw. My duck says quack, quack. 1 and 2 and 3. My cat says fiddle-I-fee. Did that help, John? Any other spots? So here's something I was going to say. I'm going to say it off the record, but I'm being recorded. If you sing a wrong note, it's okay. And what I mean by that is that it's not that I don't care about the notes. It's just that we could work from now till the end of time on some of these measures where the notes are super tricky, and then in the performance not get them all perfectly right. So I don't really want you to be, I mean, you can keep working on the difficult notes as much as you want, but ultimately it's more about the overall performance of the thing. So some of the chords are like this. Or sorry, I meant to play something dissonant and I played something pretty. Let's say, I don't even know. Some of the chords are like that. Nobody's going to know if you personally sang a wrong note, if you sang an F instead of an E. Certainly try to sing the right notes, but beyond a certain point, it's more about dynamics and the expression of the thing and the performance of it. So we got to try to find the balance of being driving ourselves crazy with it. But there's still time between now and the concert. If you're able to keep working on it and get the notes exactly right, more power to you. Alan Hofstetter texted me, we have been quietly passing on your subterfuge.
There is a beautiful performance by William Warfield of this on YouTube. In fact, there are 2 of them. And he, you talk about performance, and this is a wonderful, wonderful example of performance of this.
Okie doke. Any other spots you want to hit on this song in particular? A going once, a going twice. Sold to the choir not requesting any more spots. Let's move on to Fly Away Home. I got me a wife, she is very good to me. I thought she was a good woman, obviously, because I asked her to marry me, but it turns out she's so much better than I thought. After 28 years, she's better than I thought. She's so kind to me and so supportive and shows love and kindness to me in 100 ways every day.
好喜欢你，和你。
Yeah, exactly. But some people, after 28 years, they don't feel that way, and I'm aware of that just because I have friends that are not happy. And somebody sang to me, and I feed her under which tree? Here comes.
I'll ride with horses, I'll swim through the sea, I'll climb to the mountain tops, won't you come follow me? I'll take time to notice all that I see, and after I've come so far, you know where I'll be. I'll fly away, fly away, fly away. That's how it should be. The world is a canvas, and the choices are free.
At the end of the journey, when all is complete, they'll no longer where I've gone, but you know where I'll be. I'll fly away, fly away home. I'll fly away, fly away home. Our dreams last forever, for all that we know. The worlds come together, and that's where we'll go. We'll fly away, fly away home. We'll fly away, fly away home. Ooh, we'll fly away, fly away home. We'll fly away, fly away.
Talk to me. What do you need on this one? It's mostly kind of simple and learnable, but there's a few tricky spots. Any spots you want to hit?
Could we hear the bass and tenor together at letter E?
Bet.
E to G, maybe?
Yes. So let me park it at 56.
And then after that, G for the sopranos, please.
Yes, remind me in just a second. So let me mute. Let's do bass alone first. Well, or tenor alone.
Fly away home.
Here's letter E, tenors. Once again, tenors.
Fly away home.
Letter E. Bass is alone in the same spot.
Fly away home.
Letter E. Tenor and bass together.
Fly away home.
Letter E. That help, Helen? Okay, there was a soprano request, I think.
G for the sopranos, please.
Yeah, you bet. Okay, so I'm going to park it at 71. And then here's sopranos alone for a moment.
and that's where we'll go. We'll fly away home. We'll fly away home. Ooh, we'll fly away home. Fly away home. We'll fly away, fly away, fly away.
Did that help, or was there something else in particular that you needed? Okay, and then there's another request: how to pronounce canvas. Let me look at the particular. The world is a canvas, the world is a canvas, That feels like the most natural way. It should be how you say the word canvas, canvas, like VUS. The world is a canvas, or VEH, ves. Okay. Any other spots on this one? Okie doke. Going home. And you know where I'll be. Fly away home. Here we go.
Going home, going home. I'm a going home. Quiet like some still day. I'm just going home. It's not far, just close by, through an open door. Work all done, can make by, going to fear no more. Mother's there expecting me, Father's waiting too. Lots of folk gathered there, all the friends I knew. All the friends I knew. Morning star lights the way, restless dream will dawn. Shadows gone, break of day, real life's just begun. There's no break, there's no end, just a living on. Wide awake with a smile, going on and on. just going home. It's like the light just goes by through an open door. I'm just going home.
Okay, which spots do you need help with?
Bass and tenor, 32 and 33, please.
So you're coming out of this. I think that's a really tricky note to find. So let me see here. So Dave, this strikes me as one of those places where I hear it as a function of the next note. So I hear it going to this note, and then I have to go up, you know, because it's headed down to here. That's tricky to do in the moment. But let's do it again with bass and tenor. So we're going to end up on this note and this note. Here's the tenor. All the friends I knew. But the two measures preceding it. Sorry. Does that help at all to isolate it like that? I think it's, let's try it with the track and see if we do, how we do. Let me park it at 30. I'm not sure my measures are the same. So here's 30. Let me take out the soprano and alto for the moment.
All the friends I knew.
Tricky spot, sorry about that. Let's chalk it up to bad writing. Sometimes I just come up with a chord and I go, man, I really like that chord, and I know it's going to be tricky, and I'm just going to put it in there anyway. Sometimes the editors make me take it out, and sometimes they don't. Okay, there was another request from Val, alto 1, page 8, meaning the middle notes, Val, right? So you're going from on the word with a smile, going on and on. Try it again with a smile. Here we go. The top of 8. Ready? And with a smile, going on and on. Oh, sorry. Going on and on. That's one of those places where it would be easy to be up a step and it still sounds good in the chord. One more time. With a smile. With a smile, going on and on. Let's try it in context. So let me park it at 40. Let me see where I am here.
Just a living on.
That's a tricky part. That's a tricky part, but it's a really good note in the chord. If you can get it, it really enhances the sound of the chord. Do you feel like you're getting it okay now? Or better? Tenor line, top of page 9, please, from Deb. Let's see here. Tenor line, top of 9. Okay. It's not far. Let's try it. 2, ready, go. It's not far, just close by, through an open door. Let's try it with the chords. It's not far, just close by, through an open door. Let's try with the track. Let me park it somewhere near there. Tenors isolated, then we'll put it back with the group. Tenors alone at top of 9. I'm just going home. Here comes. It's not far, just close by, through an open door. So this rehearsal track stays on the C, through an open door, but I'm encouraging my tenors to go down to the G, through an open door, because the C is already being sung by 2 other parts. One more time, tenors. I'm just going home. Here we go. It's not far, just close by, through an open door. Let's try it with the group now. Same spot, everybody in. I'm just going home. It's not far, just close by, through an open door. Anything else on this one? Can't wait to hear you sing it. Okay, let's move on then to Home. Never have I done so many songs with home in the title that were slightly different from each other. Almost home, next to home, next door to home, home, home on the rock. I feel at home. Homey, hominess. Here we go. It reminds me of Young and the Restless. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Did Young and the Restless, did the black and white version have an hourglass, like sands through the hourglass? So are the days of our lives, like sands through the hourglass.
I can't believe we're admitting this, that we watched that show in public.
Was it this?
It's the days of our lives.
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is the major key version. That was the Days of Our Lives was in a minor key. Hey, no, not now. Gotta repeat. I'm gonna give you a conducting gesture and then gonna be, like just touch my hair instead. Here we go. And
when I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home, I wish I was back there with the things I've been knowing. Wind that makes the tall trees bend into leaning. Suddenly the snowflakes that fall have a meaning. Sprinkling the sea makes it all clean. Suddenly my fantasy, a fantasy, but it taught me to love. So it's real to me, and I've learned that we must look inside our hearts to find a world full of love, like yours and mine. Like ours. There's no place like home.
Tricky spots, requests.
Oh, would you be conducting when the soprano will go high their last note, last?
Of course.
Okay.
Soprano, 3, 4, off. That's how I'm going to do it. I'll look at the sopranos and give a big gesture. Any other requests? I thought I saw a hand shoot up. Bass, 46 to 50. Let's do it. So at top of 9, the sopranos have so it's real, and the basses have so. Here we go. So it's real to me. And I've learned that we must look inside our hearts to find. One more time. So the piano is doing this. So real to me. So I'm starting the piano in 45. So real to me, and I've learned that we must look inside our hearts to find. Does that help, John? To hear it? You want to hear it with the track, maybe?
Yeah, it's a little tricky because I always want I tend to be late on 47 with the and I've learned. Somehow I want it to be a longer rest, but it isn't.
Me, and I've learned. Me, and I've learned. Let's try it with the track. So let me park the track maybe at 44. And just for a moment, we'll isolate the bass. Here we go.
Might be a fantasy.
Where am I? Oh, I'm quite a bit behind where I need to be. Sorry, the numbers must not be matching. Oh, it's because of the repeat. So, sorry, let me find it real quick.
Our hearts to find.
So it's right before that.
Love, so real to me.
Let me go back one measure. Sorry about this. Here comes.
Taught me to love.
3, 4, 1.
So real to me, and I've learned that we must look inside.
So is it really the and I've learned that's the tricky part? I'll go back.
Taught me to love, so real to me, and I've learned that we must look inside.
So I think of it as this way. Me is 2 beats. So real to 1, 2, off. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, any other requests?
The bass and tenor chord resolution from 19 into 20, please.
Okay. Yeah. So the bass makes it all clean. That's tricky. Makes it all clean. It's only a half step, but the chord tone makes it's kind of crunchy and difficult to hear, I think.
And with the tenor notes?
So let's try it in the context. Let me find the track. So it's like 16 plus 8, which is what? 24. Let's see here.
Makes it.
Nailed it. Let's go back 2 bars. Let's do bass alone for a moment.
Sprinkling the scene makes it all clean.
Let's put the tenor in there.
Sprinkling the scene makes it all clean.
That chord scratches all my itches. Once again, same 2 parts.
Sprinkling the scene makes it all clean.
Did that help at all?
Thank you, yes.
Any other spots? Okie doke. Moving on. You guys are good. Home on the Rock. The spiritual that isn't a spiritual. It was written in 2016, and I think the writers are white. They were just trying to write something that sounded like a spiritual that had been modernized, but it's not actually a spiritual. But I thought it was until I checked it out. A 1, 2, 3.
I'm building my home on the rock, on the rock. I'm building my home on the rock of Jesus. Building my home on the rock, on the rock. Children, listen to the word of the Lord.
From high on the mountain, the fire fell down.
Oh, hear the word of the Lord.
Till all of God's children together run.
Come and listen to the word of the Lord. I'm building my home on the rock, on the rock. I'm building my home on the rock of Jesus. Building my home on the rock, on the rock. Children, listen to the word of the Lord.
God spoke the truth and the thunder roared.
Oh, hear the word of the Lord.
Now all of God's children better get on board.
Better listen to the word of the Lord. I'm building my home on the rock, on the rock. I'm building my home on the rock of Jesus. Building my home on the rock, on the rock. Children, listen to the word of the Lord.
No sad,
No sad,
no march,
no march,
no fear,
no fear, no way.
I'll build my home.
All God has to say, He has to say. I'm building my home on the rock, on the rock. I'm building my home on the rock of Jesus. Building my home on the rock, on the rock. Children, listen to the word of the Lord. Yes, I'm building my home on the rock. Children, build your home on the rock.
Talk to me. What do you need? What help do you need on this one?
I want to know what the sopranos are doing exactly at the top of page 10, in the, I don't know what measure number it is, but the second line, after the soprano part, all God has to say, then do we join in on those two notes before I'm? You see what I mean?
Yeah, so you kind of got some choices here. The way, I think the way Jonathan intended, based on how he's got it marked in my score, he had it intended that you would come back in on the word I'm,
Okay.
which is probably the easiest way to do it. If you go, all God has to say, I'm building my home. But if you're tricky, you could try to jump in earlier than that. It's kind of up to you. But certainly on the word I'm, that's kind of a logical place to jump back in. Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
So the question remains, are you tricky?
Jonathan, this is Candy.
I'm
Hi.
Paul, by the way.
I thought that. Could you do the alto starting on page 9? Really 9, 10, and 11 through 61.
So which alto part are you singing? So that what's written as the normal alto and soprano is really divided at that point into two different alto parts. So the sopranos are up on the top line, which is kind of like a solo, but the sopranos are up there. And then where it's the little echo part, no sand, no marsh, that's the altos divided into two parts. Which one are you singing?
I'm still deciding. So if you could do both of them, both altos.
It doesn't matter which one you sing because they're both important. So you can pick whichever one suits your voice the best. But pickups to 9, the actual sopranos go no sand, and then the upper part underneath is no sand and no marsh, no field, no way. I'll build my home. All God has to say, He has to say, I'm building my home. That was the upper alto part. Now we'll do the lower one. So that's, again, the sopranos come in with no sand, no sand, no marsh, no field, no way. I'll build my home. All God has to say, He has to say, I'm building my home. Does that help to hear them separated like that? Okay. The underneath one kind of moves around more and might be more interesting to sing, but they're both important, so it doesn't matter which one you choose. Okay, what next? Is there another hand that went up?
This is Alan. Could I just have that key change at the top of 10 again?
So let's start from all God. Here's the chord, and the tenor is all God has to say, He has to say, I'm building my home. So it's kind of a tricky part, I think. All God has to say, He has to say, I'm building my home on the rock, on the rock. Did that help a little bit, Alan? I think it's tricky. Let's maybe go back 2 bars. So bottom of 9, last 2 measures. I'll build my home. And a 1. I'll build my home. All God has to say, He has to say, I'm building my home. Say, I'm building my home. Did that help at all to go to kind of get a little more context? That's a tricky spot. What else? Let's just have a moment of silence for this song. Let's move on, shall we? To our house is a very, 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 very fine house. I'm trying to make a point that our house is very fine. Let me close this. Close, don't save. Our house. I'll light the fire. You do the dishes.
I'll light the fire.
Gotta love a song with a one measure intro. 1 and 2.
I'll light the fire. You place the flowers in the vase that you bought today. Staring at the fire for hours and hours while I listen to you play your love songs all night long for me, only for me. Come to me now. Come to me now. Rest your head for just 5 minutes. Everything is done. Such a cozy room. Such a cozy room. Windows are illuminated by the evening. Sunshine through them. Fiery gems for you. Only for you. Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you. And la 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 Our house is a very, 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 very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you.
1 and 2.
And I light the fire while you place the flowers in the vase that you bought today.
Questions?
Yes, I'm having trouble with the la la la's. And in particular, most of page 7, but the first 2 measures at the bottom, so that'd be measure 71, 70, 69, and 70. And then turning the page, I'm having trouble at 67 and 66. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I can't seem to get that in my ear.
Would it be helpful to do it with the track, just the soprano part, or would you prefer to do it slowly with piano?
I think slowly with piano.
Okay, so let's go at 64.
Okay.
Let me turn this up just a tiny bit. Here we go. 64, 1 and 2. La 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 Does that help like that to do it that way? 64 again. A 1, 2, ready, go. La 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 Is that helpful, Annette? Okay. Another request here. Bass, bottom of 5 to bottom of 9. Okay, bottom of 5. Let me start it at 44. Let's see where that is.
For you,
And I'll isolate the bass just for a second. Here we go.
for you, only for you.
One more time so you know where I am. This is going into 44.
For you, only for you. Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you.
Oh, bottom of 8 to bottom of 9. Sorry, I just now saw your message. So I'll park it at 78. How's that?
La 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 la. Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you.
One more time. So I'm rolling it just before 78 on page 8.
La 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 la. Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you.
Did that help to hear it isolated like that? Okie doke. 3 minutes. How shall we spend it? Any other requests?
Could you do the same thing for the basses at 35, please?
I'm parked at 33. Let's see here.
Done.
Here's 34.
Such a cozy room.
Once again, here comes.
Done.
There we go. 34.
Such a cozy room. By the evening, for you.
Is that, did you need that section too, or just really the bottom of 4?
No, that's fine. I can get the opening B from the piano in 33.
And it's also the starting note that the sopranos have. I think that's a kind of a tricky note to grab, even though it's in the chord. Any other requests? Val is asking me, did I ever see the Hova Spike advertisement in 1973, Britain's favorite TV ad based on the Going Home music? No, but I wonder if I can go find it on YouTube.
Paul, could we sing the La La La's just one more time for good measure for everybody?
So let me park it at 62, and I'll put all the parts back in. comes.